Fill the hot tub with au jus. It's time for a long, hot dunk in a crit sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is a twice-monthly podcast where four friends play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons with random settings and plots. We will use adult language and inconsistent character voices. We do edit lightly for brevity and to make us look super fast at math. And of course, we will screw up the rules. I am your host and dungeon master, Casey Sears. To my left is proud papa, Matt Popich.
Hey!
Matt just had his third child.
13 days old, little Emmy.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's nice you were allowed to come and play with us.
Pretty amazing. I got a great wife.
So, Matt, what D&D class best describes each of your children?
Oh, wow.
If they were in a D&D class, what class would they be?
So Ben, straight up, is a fighter. He'll just be up front and being crazy. Maybe Barbarian. Let's switch that to Barbarian. Yeah. He also tends to take half damage from things in life. He just runs into things and he's fine somehow. So Josie is my middle child, and she'd be probably something smarter. I would say a wizard.
Okay.
Despite not being able to read yet.
Illiterate wizard. I like it.
Yeah. That actually is a sorcerer. So we'll say sorcerer. I'll switch that one too. And then finally, Emmy just sleeps a lot right now. So what is the most useless?
Ranger.
Emmy will be a ranger. Emmy's a ranger. There you go.
And across the table from me is Chuck Ventus.
Hello.
What D&D class best describes your child?
So Chase has been really into these shows with songs and stuff. So I'm going to say Bard, just because he's been singing with the shows and stuff. So
nice.
I'm going to say Bard.
I like it.
To my right is Robbie Ponder.
Hello.
What D&D class best describes your child or children?
I got Shane. He's 3 years old. I would say a warrior. Is that a class?
No.
Or soldier. Soldier.
That's a background.
Still not a background.
Dang it. What's the one with the champion?
Fighter.
Fighter. There you go.
Yeah, fighter's the thing.
We haven't. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot that.
He has not been playing for years. It's fine. It's only
Robbie is brand new to D&D. Never played before.
So I say that because him and I, we throw pillows at each other, and now he's holding the pillow up and saying block when he blocks when I throw it at him.
Nice.
And then William, my youngest, I would say he's a thief. He'll grab a toy
also
and
not
he'll
a class.
Thief is a subclass.
It's a subclass.
That's what I'm talking subclass.
Oh, okay.
So he's definitely a rogue. And he'll grab a toy and he'll just run away with a big old smile. He's I took it from someone that was playing with it, and he'll just take it and run away with a big old smile.
There you go.
All right. So I only have a dog and a cat.
I was about to say, yeah. Go ahead.
Describe your pets.
Let's see. Wilda the cat would be she'd definitely be a rogue because she's always hiding from everything all the time. And Stanley is a beagle mix. And he always has his nose to the ground, has to be a ranger.
Nice.
Oh, 2 rangers in our party. Ouch. We're going nowhere.
Yeah. Or you're going everywhere. You're just not doing much after that once you get there. Okay, so we are on to our 5th episode of our Jurassic Park themed campaign. It's been about a little over a month since we recorded last. I think let's do a roll-off for a recap. I know we haven't been doing that on every episode. But we need to stay fresh here.
Highest or lowest? Or middle?
Highest, because it is an honor, and you want to win that honor of
7.
recapping the podcast.
7.
2. Yes.
I feel like Robbie had an advantage because he's edited the podcast.
Oh man.
No. I'm not saying. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying roll again.
I'm saying you would have an advantage if you were to recap.
Oh.
Well, we tied. So
roll off.
You might want to take
I rolled
this. I can't
another
remember
7
what the hell happened.
10.
Fuck. 6.
I can tell it if you would
fine.
like.
It's an honor.
I'm honored.
And Robbie can fill in some holes here.
Yeah, fill in some holes. So we were in some carts and going through an area where there were some harpies, and then an Etna attacked us, and some of the kids were about to get eaten by the harpies.
That was like 2 episodes ago.
I'm getting there, man.
Build up.
Yeah, I'm building up.
Do you want to tell the story?
Kind of, but it's okay.
Then we escaped all those without any kids dying, even though Casey said he was going to kill kids.
I really want to kill some kids, you guys. I really want to do that.
It's not. After that, we were saved by Druid Soul. Soul brought us to a museum, Grasslands Museum Adventure.
Forest Museum
Adventure. Then we met 2 other people.
Yort and Morticia.
Yeah, I have that written down somewhere. And then we all went to the roof, and then we went down the roof, from the roof, and Soul left. I beat up Soul. Soul and the druids of the island were the cause of everything. They felt that chaos should reign, as did Robbie's character for some reason. Every once in a while.
Every once in a while? What do you mean?
All of a sudden, he thought chaos should reign too. So the druids, we know, are kind of the bad guys, but there's not a lot we can do about it. It's not like there's like a head druid that we can convince otherwise. So basically, at this point, we're just trying to escape. There was a T-Rex that was outside of the museum. We escaped the T-Rex by driving faster than it and shooting a spiderweb and making it trip and fall a little bit. And then
That's where someone lost his bow.
That's where someone lost his bow, his truth bow, oath bow.
I drew a picture. I'll take a picture and post it on the site of that scene.
The official illustrator of the podcast.
Yeah, you guys are in for a treat there.
Good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. So, and then we arrived at a house-ish thing. Oh yeah, it was like a warehouse that we had to break into. And then most of us are still asleep at this point. Somebody only sleeps half the day. Yeah. Chuck V only sleeps half the day. And he went out to relax a little bit on the roof, and a dragon showed up, a silver dragon, and asked him how he's doing.
Yeah, and what did we find in there? There's a whole bunch of
some
old
of that stuff.
Yeah.
No, the ore.
Yeah, elements.
Yes. Planar gems were there.
Yes,
yeah, I've got in
gems and elements. It definitely seems like elements of the planar engines that were used to get rid of them and or bring them back.
Yeah, I've got planar gems in my inventory. That's all I got.
Sounds like a good recap.
Yeah, good one.
Okay, so I am going to set the scene here. It was a stressful and long evening. The children were not exactly in the best spirits. There were a lot of questions of, are we going to die here? What's going to happen to us? Will I ever see mommy and daddy? It was a difficult, tearful evening, but eventually everyone made it to sleep in their individual hay piles. And they were awoken by a thud of a silver dragon landing on the roof of this long rectangular warehouse. Alongside a wake, nestled between foothills and mountains on the Isle of Planos. V, the Monster Slayer, played by Chuck Ventus, was on lookout on the roof. Go ahead and make a perception check.
23. 18 plus 5. 23.
Good roll.
Immediately after this dragon lands on the roof, you do notice something happening on the lake. In the mist and the fog, there's definitely something moving down there. But right now, your eyes are focused on a silver dragon who just wished you a good morning.
In common or draconic?
In common.
Common, okay.
And the silver dragon, now that you're getting a better look at it, has fresh wounds on its face.
Just like, singular. Oh my god, how many faces does it have?
Singular face, not a hydra. You notice in the hind leg of the dragon, back claws is a grayish blue bloody tail stump covered in spikes. Tosses it to the side after he lands. And you're noticing that the extremities of the dragon are starting to turn to stone. Its wings are starting to gray, losing the kind of the silver luster that a silver dragon would have.
I've had one hell of a morning.
Would I recognize the tail?
You can do a nature check or a history check.
Well, I'm thinking of like I have an advantage for like survival checks on stuff related to dragons, but I was more thinking like, is this the T-Rex tail? Like, did he get in a fight with that T-Rex?
It does not look like the T-Rex tail.
Does not? Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and do a check to see if I can recognize what kind of beast this tail is related to. Nice. So what is this, Casey? You say survival?
Actually, for you, it'd probably be a history check because it has to do with monsters that aren't around anymore.
19.
Good roll.
You definitely know it's some kind of beast, but the dragon's about to tell you anyway.
Yeah.
That was
what's good day. Looks like you.
I was released from my cage, and then I tussled with giants, and I found a cave to finally rest, and it was full of basilisks,
which you would know by that check.
Yeah,
is a kind of lizardy, dragony thing with 8 legs, a spiky spine, and a petrifying gaze.
Wow. Hence why he's turning to stone.
Yes.
Yes.
Shitty.
If you could bring me their venom, cleanse it with fire, and bring it to me, I might be whole again. I hate this realm in which I've been brought. Why did you bring me here?
It wasn't me, but I know who it was.
And he's slowly crawling towards you on his 4 legs as he's turning further and further into stone.
Just in the foothills, cave by the river, is where the basilisks dwell.
And his neck cranes up as if he's about to release a mighty roar, and then he just finishes turning to stone. And after that happens, you remember your perception check.
Oh yeah, what do I see?
You look down on the river and you see 4 canoes with people in them pulling up to the harbor in the mist. All right, what is going on the inside of the building, though? Cut to, you guys heard something land on the roof.
I'm going to make sure all the kids are all right.
Yeah, I'm hustling them into like a corner. Like if they're like, there's rooms around the outside of the thing, right? We found that out. Like there's offices and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, I'd be getting all the kids into one of the offices thinking that we're about to be attacked by something.
Want to check the barricade on that we put on the door, make sure everything's good. Because we opened up one door and the other ones are locked. And then we'll go. What's my character's name again? Reid. We'll go check. Reid will go check up on V, and he's a little. Reid is afraid to say anything, so he'll like tiptoe upstairs to check on V.
Poor V's probably dead, for all you know.
Yeah. So there is a ladder that goes up to a hatch on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And you poke your head up there, and you see a petrified dragon. And V just kind of standing in front of it, or are you looking out over the edge where you saw those boats?
I'll have my hand on the dragon, just because it's not every day you get up and close with a dragon, just to like touch it. And I'll be looking off to the lake, and will I have known that he's come up? Well, yeah, when you say something, I'll say, we've got company.
It's a dragon. How'd you turn it into stone?
It's no time. I'll explain later. 4 canoes heading our way.
Who's in them? Who's in the canoes?
I can't tell from this distance.
So if you go up to the edge and give a good look, you can probably probably tell.
Okay, I'll
because they're getting closer to the.
Let Let me see if I can have a better look.
Well, I want to look too.
So I'll approach the edge and see what I can see.
I'm still in protecting the children, hoping someone tells me what to do.
So you see 4 canoes, long, thin canoes, and on each one there are 3 silhouettes rowing towards. And on one of the canoes, you notice that every other canoe, everyone is sitting down. But on one of the canoes, the person in the middle is standing upright, very tall, and kind of broad, muscular, and an imposing kind of figure in the middle of that 4th canoe.
Can we get like
which is actually the canoe in the lead.
A race? Like a human?
Yeah, like a human form.
Humanish
form. Muscly.
See if they're wearing the same stuff as the druids.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah. Are they the druids?
And I assume you guys are just watching them as they come closer and closer.
Until I get to see kind of what they are. Maybe this is in Reid's mind. This might be a rescue, but he's being hopeful. Is this a rescue? I'm gonna keep looking until I can get more.
You guys keep your eyes on them until you can definitely tell that they're druids and they're wearing the same ceremonial garments that Soul was wearing.
I run downstairs. And I tell Ruckus, we got 3 boats heading this way filled with druids. That's not my character voice.
I know, you turned into like
let me do it again.
A dwarf voice.
Ruckus, we have 3 boats heading this way filled with druids.
That's your voice?
I don't remember.
It's like that. It's very
monotone.
It's very chill.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here, I think. Don't you think?
How many druids do we see in there?
4 times 3.
12.
Oh my goodness.
Were we able to barricade the downstairs area?
The front door was, yeah.
Like we broke it in, but like were we able to like secure it?
I mean,
like
yeah.
When we came in?
Yeah,
okay.
I would say so.
I still think we get out of here, though. I wonder if they know. So if they don't know we're here, I wonder what they're doing here, though. Or if they do know we're here.
They're probably here for Louise because she's still with us.
Was the boats heading toward a direct path right to this building that we're in?
Heading to the docks that are literally attached to this warehouse. Because remember, this warehouse is right on the edge of a lake, and it has kind of like water docks on the pier.
We have 2 options: to run, or we can bunker down and try to hide.
I'm going to stay on the roof and.
Or did they see us as well?
Right. Yeah. I don't know if they're coming here for us or for something else.
I'm gonna call out to them when they get close enough. If they start to walk towards the house.
Damn it! They stop at the pier and they start walking down it.
And I will say,
we're on the house that is on the pier. They have no other directional path to take. To walk past our house.
But,
I'm packing our shit up. I'm getting all the crew ready to go.
He's scared.
Hell yeah, I'm scared. These are the bad guys.
And on what relation to the dock is the door that we will be leaving out? Can we get out?
There is a back door. So there's one front door that faces the dock, and then there is a back door kind of directly behind the front door that would go out towards the kind of the small little. There are other buildings in this little lakeside, almost like a town.
Yeah. Let's get the kids.
All right. Yeah, we're going to get them toward the back door while Ambassador V pulls some shit here. Let's see.
Yeah, we should have had our charisma character up there, but I guess I'm stuck down here.
Yeah, I guess so.
This back door, do we need to break the lock on it?
You guys probably barricaded it, so it's going to take you a minute to clear it out.
Yeah, we're doing that while V talks.
Okay.
So it works out for everybody.
So, V, you see on that first boat stepping off onto the pier, and now as they're leaving the lake, they're just kind of stepping out of the mist, and you get a clear view of a half-orc. He's wearing about nothing. He's wearing a sarong made with vines and leaves, and he is just covered in muscles. And despite his muscular appearance, he has an old, leathery face and long, white, matted hair below a crown with 2 massive antlers. And the antlers are decorated with a floral wreath draped in between them. And where you would imagine like body hair would be like on a typical guy, like the chest, shoulder, arms, and legs, there are stones and rocks growing out of his skin. with short grass and small flowers growing in the crevices. He's kind of this is kind of a beautiful figure stepping out of this boat. He's almost like divine.
I almost get the impression he's royalty too.
Yeah, he feels like he has posture and grace, and he moves smoothly with purpose. And
it reminds me
seriousness on his face.
It reminds me of that painting of George Washington crossing that river.
Yes. Yep.
Well, obviously, I can tell we're outnumbered, but I will hail them with my arms in the air and say, "Hello, who goes there?"
He tilts his head back up, just kind of very directly and slowly, and he says, in like a low, echoey voice, "I am one with the earth, and the earth is one with me, and I speak for her."
Oh shit. Is Soul there? Or the Earth? You're talking about the Earth.
So no, you're right, because that was something that Soul was saying.
Okay.
She did not say the part, and I speak for her. But definitely there is a woman with long red curly hair stepping out of one of the boats.
Bruises on her face.
Oh boy. Bandage on her nose.
That's right.
And he continues to step forward.
Stall him, Chuck. Come on, B.
I'm so glad that you showed up. We've been bunkering. I've been bunkering down in here for a day and a half or so, and just trying to survive.
Remove your presence from this warehouse, and your life may be spared.
What do you mean, my presence? Oh, my presence or my presence?
Is this real?
He's just distracting them.
What are you doing? You're like removing boxes from a door.
At least I understand grammar and the word presence versus presence, whatever.
I was just leaving.
Make a film like you got traps set up. Don't take a step forward.
I'm outnumbered. I'm not going to threaten these guys.
You're not threatening him. You're warning him that you put some traps there. But don't worry about it.
We have no quarrel with you, lost man. Remove your presence from this warehouse, and we may spare you.
Done. One moment. And I turn around and head down the
Wish you could have tried to figure out
down the ladder
here. But whatever. All right, well then I guess we're heading out the back door.
Why don't we just go out the front?
We're trying to hide the kids from all of them.
Yeah, I don't want them
These
to see all
guys
the
aren't
kids.
threatening.
Okay.
No, that you know of.
Yeah.
I still, as much as I can, if I don't trust these guys at all. I'm gonna hide the kids from everyone I can. They're the druids. 12 druids.
12 druids.
We're gonna hide the kids and take them out the back door.
I can take one. I'll tell you that.
If there's some high level druids in here, we'll be in some danger.
Yeah.
I'll head out the front. You guys keep going out the back, and because I told him I was by myself.
You can go out the front. Well,
yeah, that's a good idea.
So you do some hand signals telling us to go out the back.
When I go, we'll signal I'll meet you. So and so yards away.
All right.
From the area.
First good idea this episode. Let's keep it rolling.
And then I'll head out the front while you guys are.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going out the back. Chuck's going out the front.
All right. So you slide down the ladder. I imagine it's going to take you a couple minutes to kind of clear out that front door.
Mm-hmm.
Just from how it was sealed before. But maybe not too long. You just push some things out of the way. And you act all casual as you're walking outside. And you see that giant half-orc man before you with just a circle of 6 of the druids just kind of in an arch standing directly behind him. The radiance and the power of this dude standing in front of you, it's just like, you feel like you're in awe when you look at him. Like there's definitely something special about this guy. Whether it's good or bad is up to you. But he is an impressive sight, especially close up.
How close are they?
10 feet away, maybe, just standing outside the front door.
Yeah, I'll approach with respect. My apologies for the misunderstanding. I was just seeking shelter here.
Patron, your time was unfortunate. Your fate is sealed. You will always return to the earth from whence you came. And he just kind of walks beside you and past you, and the other druids follow in. Soul is not with this group of druids.
Okay.
She might be hanging out. You see a couple of them hanging out back by the boats.
So the one that I saw earlier was not her?
You think it was her?
I think it was her.
Yeah,
okay.
But she's still hanging out on the dock. She wasn't behind him.
I'll wait till he passes and then kind of walk away from them just to kind of get out of the area, because I feel like obviously my time is, or I'm not welcomed here. I will ask him though before I leave. Was there something that you were looking for in there? It looks like the place was destroyed. I don't think you'll find much.
Good.
I'm looking for balance.
I hate druids.
Good luck in your journeys, friend. Hopefully we'll meet again in the near future.
So the druids go in the building. Chuck, what do you do?
I leave. I kind of walk in a path that's not direct to where I had communicated with my group that I would meet them. I'll walk in like the opposite direction for a little while and then kind of disappear into the forest or the tall grass that's nearby the lake and trace them.
So you meet up with the rest of the party, and do you describe this guy and everything that happened to the?
So I'll explain the situation first with how they were there, told us to leave. I guess I made it seem like I was by myself. Sounded like they were looking for something, but didn't say what. And then once I kind of explain that situation, I will tell them about the silver dragon on the roof. I guess you guys would probably see it. Would anybody look back?
Yeah, I would think we would see. You can't really miss a dragon.
Well, and Reid, you saw it too. Yeah, so you'd probably explain it to him. So I would explain the dragon situation as soon as I got back. And then my plan was this is an idea I'm thinking, explain to them that the dragon, we can cure him of his petrification with the venom from the basilisks. If we do that, we could probably use him to get out of here. Does the dragon seem like it's big enough to transport our group?
Not everyone.
Not everyone. Okay.
So there's I feel a major thing that you forgot to tell us, where the orc said that what are you looking for, and he said balance. Did you not tell us that part?
No, I told you everything. I just didn't say it. Me.
Okay.
I would explain the whole situation. I just don't want to.
Do you feel that he's looking for an actual physical balance in the warehouse, or what?
No, because if he's looking for balance, does that mean he's looking for balance of bringing more creatures back?
I don't know. Just looking for balance. There's something in there that he was looking for to create balance, and whatever balance means is, I'm not sure.
So it's been a little while since our last episode, but it seems he's saying similar things to what Soul was saying, in the sense that bringing the monsters back is balance, and these planar gems are linked to that. Louise asks you if you saw Soul.
I didn't really get close enough, but I believe I did see her.
She also lets you know that the half-orc she has never met this half-orc before, but she has heard Soul talk about him, and she lets you know. So all of the druids don't have names. Soul is more of a nickname. They all just refer to themselves as Gai, Gai, as in Earth, as in Gaia. So the half orc is known as Gai Ta'uk.
Gai Ta'uk.
Gai Ta'uk, and he seems to have been kind of their religious and cult leader, but she did not think that he was actually even on this island. They all served him before they came here.
Well, I don't like him. So,
because he's a druid.
Because he's the head druid. Oh, I'm such a classist. And he's a half orc.
So you're upset with the druids. I get it. So
you should be too. They ruined the entire Utopia world. So
my guy has a different view of things. So I'm adapting to this world.
Do you describe him to the group as a half-orc?
I would say that he traveled with the druid clan or whatever. Carried the same banner. Half-orc race. There was an aura about him that was unlike anything I've felt.
No, whoa. Louise, didn't they put all the orcs in the planar and wouldn't that take off all the half-orcs off the world?
Louise nods and, oh gosh, where's my Louise voice?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yes. I never knew God Ta'uk was a half-orc. That is fascinating. That means his parents are over 100 years old. That means God Ta'uk he must be over 100 years old.
I wonder, do you think they did this to bring him back?
I've always known him to be alive. Perhaps you said that he had stone and flowers, and maybe it's some sort of dark magic or earth magic that's been keeping him alive for years and years and years.
Yeah. Did he look kind of undead to you, V?
No. Not from what you described. I didn't get the feeling that he was undead.
Well, I know sometimes we put flowers at burial sites. I was just relating that to druids. I guess they like to decorate the armor.
All right. Well, I think we need more firepower, which would be a silver dragon. So that's because I'm hoping we take these bitches out. That's what I think. So
did we get a quest to take?
Yeah, he told us
silver dragon.
Oh, yeah. I know. I'm just saying we got a quest.
Are you all ready to take on a cave full of basilisks?
If a silver dragon can't, I'm sure we'll be fine. So
he took out most of them,
or at least one of them's tails. That's all we.
Basilisks are quite dangerous. We might be running into trouble with the children.
What do we need? Venom?
Yes. So Case, right? We need the venom, and we have to do something with it.
We got to purify
it.
Yeah, he just said purify it with fire. Yeah. You're not quite sure what that means, though.
We'll figure that part out later.
But right now, if you guys are heading down the road, so there's only one road to this from the south to this area with the warehouse. To head to the caves and the hills and stuff, you'd have to go past you'd have to actually kind of turn around, go past the warehouses, and kind of like up through the hills.
Back past the druids and stuff. Is that correct?
Well, you could cut into the hills and then kind of like walk on the far side of a hill, and out of sight.
That might be
That's
a good
my
idea.
Vote.
Yeah, but you have to follow the snow melt from the mountains, which turns into a river, which feeds into the lake.
It's a more dangerous path, but it's a
Yes, so you'll be off path a bit.
We will want to put the children somewhere safe, I feel, before we even think about traveling there.
What? Where are we going to put them?
The children need to come with us, and then we'll figure out what to do. We just can't leave them here and walk.
They would
miles
have
away.
Yorticia, Mort, and Louise to protect them. I would think that them hiding somewhere would be a lot safer than coming with us inside of a cave of these basilisk things.
Where do you think we're hiding them?
We would find a place. That's Robbie talking. We would find a place. There would possibly be a building. Was there something that we passed by that you guys remember where we could hide them?
The building that was destroyed and has a silver dragon on it. There's nothing around, so I say that we bring them with us for now.
If you guys both say that, then I will comply.
I just don't see any other options. If we see something along the way that's like a bunker, then sure.
You guys know the basilisks are in a cave.
Yeah.
So you don't have to bring the children in the cave with you.
Yes, right. That was my thought.
Yeah,
we would go to the cave. They would
That's
stay
crazy.
outside of the cave, and we would go in.
I thought we were talking about isn't the path there to the cave even dangerous too? Like,
well, yeah.
I think anywhere we're traveling.
I think this whole place is dangerous. Danger's everywhere. So I don't think it matters where we go.
Everywhere is dangerous.
Who would out of Yort, Morticia, and Louise, who would know more about druids out of those three?
Louise would probably know the most.
Mm-hmm.
Reid will ask Louise, what could that orc mean by he was looking for balance when he went in there? What do you think he could mean by that?
I imagine balance in nature as in They want things to get back to the way it used to be.
So in their eyes, things aren't balanced yet. They want to bring back more of these monsters and creatures?
So I have not been to the mainland, but from what I understand, it's a lot nicer than it used to be. As in, there aren't monsters terrorizing towns. There aren't vampire lords with zombie armies attacking people. There aren't dragons cleansing towns with fire and stealing all the gold. There aren't ice giants stomping through
What do you think
caravans.
about it? This is pretty exciting. My heart has never beaten so faster on this island.
I don't think our excitement's anywhere close to over, Reid. You guys go the long way around a hill and start walking towards that cave.
V, this is Reid speaking. Isn't in your dragon class there are good and bad dragons? Now, are silver dragons, are they good or bad dragons?
Sounds like a good dragon to me.
Does it?
Sounds like it. That dragon could have eaten me. You do realize, one last meal.
But this could all be a deception plan. He needed someone's help and he was desperate, so he might have come to you.
Do you want me to do a survival check? I can do that if you want.
Are you talking about for navigating to where you're going? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
He's trying to see if silver dragons are good guys or bad guys.
Oh, you can do a
survival check to favorite enemy. I have advantage on survival checks to track favorite enemies as well as intelligent checks to recall information about them.
Okay, yeah.
So
give yourself advantage.
I rolled a 19 plus 5, 24.
They're generally pretty nice.
Yeah. From what I remember outside of my character Reid, the light colored dragons are good and the dark colors are bad.
What are you trying to say?
That's Robbie said that.
What is everyone's passive perception?
15.
13.
12.
As you guys are walking through the hills, and it's, let's set the scene here. You guys are, to your left, are some kind of gentle rolling hills covered in green, grassy fields, flowers. Beyond that is the lake that you guys are kind of following on your pathway. And just beyond some of the foothills to your right, it juts up into steep mountains and cliff sides. And you're about to get to the point now where you cut back. You've passed the warehouse. You're about to cut back to your left to start following the lake and the river again. And, get to the river to hopefully find whatever cave this dragon was talking about. You guys see two
amorphous blobs.
Two amorphous blobs.
They're nothing.
2 zeppelins. Let's get out of here.
Nice.
Maybe we'll get lucky and be a pacifist.
Mission accomplished.
2 holy paladins to help us. Yay.
Need some help? Just been wandering out here. We were on a trip, I'm good. I'm good. Well, if you guys, saw a dragon, looked pretty cool, heading in that direction. You see him?
As you guys are walking around some large stones that are jutting out from the ground, I'm about to be real mean to you guys here. I'm so sorry. But they're getting a surprise round on you. You see 2 big, hairy, wolf-like creatures, but with fleshy faces and snouts. Well, I guess Louise, she turns, she screams, "Wargs!" as literally one of them pounces onto her. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Louise! Sucks to suck, Louise.
She's in the cart with me, I think.
I think we're on foot at this point.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys take I assume you didn't take your carts.
Were they in the back? I think they were parked up front, so we couldn't.
Yeah, we're on foot.
Okay.
18 for me. For V.
Reid got a 14.
16 for this guy. And what did the wargs get?
1.
So, Casey, I have cutting words. So if you want to tell me what the attack roll is, so that way I can use my cutting words instead of hit or miss. Because I'm supposed to not know the outcome.
I just tell you what the roll is.
Yeah, because I can't know the outcome, but I can still use my cutting words until...
Is that a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what kind of bard are you?
College lore?
Okay.
Whatever one has the ability to use cutting words.
Yeah, that's lore.
I seem to have forgotten all the Dungeons and Dragon classes.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm. So if they're getting a surprise round, obviously they're first, and then after that will be Chuck.
All right, so the first warg strikes out at Louise, lunges for her, and she kind of surprisingly deftly moves out of the way, and it just gets a mouthful of her robes and kind of rips and tears at them. The second warg is launching itself at... Who would be... Maybe who's holding up the rear of the party?
It's always been V.
I feel like I would be leading at this point, because...
You're a ranger?
Yeah.
I'm fat and lazy. That can be me.
Okay, so it lunges at Friar Ruck, and he's also going to miss you.
I have 17 AC.
Yeah, he rolled a 2
Nice.
plus 5, 7.
Perfect. And Chuck, you're up.
Is a warg's a beast, right?
It is a beast.
All right.
Or actually, it's a large monstrosity.
Oh, so it wouldn't fall under...
Yeah, these things are much bigger than wolves.
Okay. I was going to try animal friendship, but I don't think that would classify.
No.
I wouldn't think that would fall under this category. So what I will do then is I will cast Hunter's Mark on it. So I'm going to choose a creature that I can see within range and mystically mark it as my quarry. Until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever I hit it with a weapon attack. I also have advantage on wisdom, perception checks, and survival checks that I make to find it. If the target drops below 0 hit points before the spell ends, I can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of mine to mark a new creature. So
your group is roughly in a line.
Yeah.
Louise is kind of in the middle back, and the two wargs are kind of attacking the back of the line, like the...
Oh, so they're behind us. Okay.
You're up
behind
front.
you.
Yeah,
Up front.
and you're up front.
But, so she's kind of like 3/4, or maybe 2/3 of the way back, and then Friar is all the way in the very back getting attacked.
Gotcha.
And they definitely have, they came from some high ground and from behind some rocks.
Yeah. Okay, so instead of that, I'm just going to pull out my short sword and attack the one that is on Louise.
Okay.
What? Aren't you a ranger?
I don't have a bow. Ask our DM what the hell happened to that bow.
A 1, I believe, happened to that bow.
So I'm going to pull out my short sword, and I'm going to lunge at the warg that is on Louise. I rolled a crit. That's one.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
So this is a crit sandwich. Believe it or not, there is a rule based off the title of our podcast, and it is for exploding critical damage. Sometimes they're called exploding crits, sometimes they're called super crits, whatever. So what's going to happen is Chuck is going to roll 2d20, and if he gets another 20, he gets to add another die of his damage, and he gets to roll again for each 20 that he rolled to keep rolling more and more damage. So, Chuck, roll 2d20.
All right.
To see if this is a crit sandwich.
Oh, nope.
It is not a crit sandwich.
It's not a crit sandwich.
All right, but it is a regular crit, which is pretty nice.
Cool. So this is it's a 1d6 plus 1 for my short sword, but I'll roll 2d6 since I crit. Oh, boy. A 2 and a 1, so that's 3 plus another 2, so 5. And then do I add my dexterity modifier to that? Is that correct?
As long, yeah. And your just
and my proficiency.
Dex. No, just your dex.
Just my dex. That's right. Just my dex. So which is plus 4. So 9 damage with a short sword, and I'm a ranger.
Yeah. So you're
Lance.
I am. I'm
Lance.
Yeah.
Yep. Our friend played World of Warcraft and was a hunter, but only meleeed, and we never understood why.
Oh,
that was back when you had to have arrows in the inventory, and he always ran out of arrows.
He said he did more damage that way.
Yeah.
We had to convince him.
Yeah.
Huh. So anywho, V hears this behind him. He draws his short sword, and he starts running to the back of the line and slides forward in the grass, piercing it in its hindquarters. as he thrusts his sword into the hind of the beast. Next.
So one attacked me. I'm going to attack it back, and I'm going to swing once with Flame Tongue, my sword, and then another time punch it in the face. So here comes Flame Tongue. Ooh, 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
And then the punch is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
So this is the first time I've actually hit with Flame Tongue. Flame Tongue does 1d6 slashing and 2d6 fire.
That is very nice.
7 slashing and 7 fire damage. 14. And then a hot punch to the face.
Hot punch.
Nets me another 7. So 21 damage.
Wow.
Good turn.
You
crit and did 9.
You right after this thing attacks at you, you swing your sword around and slice it right across its chest, and it explodes with flames, and then you spin around. Like, I imagine, well, actually, you're a drunken monk fighter. Mm-hmm. So are you, like...
kind of sidesteppy and...
Yeah, you're kind of like sidestepping, swinging. You swing the sword, and it looks like you're about to fall down, but actually your foot swings up and kicks it in the face, and it looks roughed up from that cut and that punch. All right, next up on the list.
Robbie.
I'm going to bonus action to use my animated shield. And then I'm going to use my Wand of Paralyzed on the warg that is not injured. It needs to beat a DC of 15.
I think they're both injured.
They're both injured.
I mean, they're both hurt a little bit.
One was attacking Luis, and the other was attacking
the Luis one is not nearly as hurt.
Now, it's passed on that one. I got to figure out 1 minute. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Wisdom, but I'm not sure what the DC save is supposed to be.
What is it? Wand of Paralyzed?
Yeah.
I took Viagra for my paralyzed one.
Constitution.
It rolled a 12.
It is paralyzed.
So you whip out that wand, you point it right at this warg that attacked Louise and then just got stabbed.
Petrificus,
and it just
totalis.
Nice.
And it just seizes up and falls on its side as if it were like a stuffed animal.
Dude,
so it's
1 minute?
Yeah, 1 minute, or at the each end of its turn, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself.
Dude, you gotta save that puppy for the basilisks. That's nasty.
Is it a legendary item?
That's my turn. It's rare. It has 6+1 charges, so currently has 6 right now. That's the end of my turn.
Is that everybody?
The wargs are up.
Okay, so before
do the kids do anything?
Before the kids go, or before the wargs go.
Why'd you like raise your eyebrows? Like, yeah,
because I was already thinking. I was one step ahead of you. Aston swings his sword.
This kid.
This kid.
The warg that attacked Friar Ruck, and he hits that warg.
Nice. All right.
He's gonna kill it.
He's gonna do more damage than me. Just watch, and I crit.
And he takes his short sword and he jams it into the side of that warg, and it is still flailing and yelping, but it seems to still have a little bit of fighting spirit left in it. Prim Willie goes,
for full firebolt.
Right after it is slashed, she launches just a solid straight streak of fire right towards that warg's open mouth, and its eyes light up with flames, and it flips over and seems to be just completely gone.
Oh yeah,
very nice.
So the other warg is paralyzed, but
would that be with
guys,
advantage? Any rolls against it would be advantage, right?
Yes, the one. Okay. Yeah, so the other warg is paralyzed, but right after these two wargs attacked, clearly there were some others in the pack coming around from the other side of the hill, and they are dashing at you, and you guys hear them kind of howling and screeching as they run towards you, and there are 3 more wargs.
3.
How far away are they?
Yeah, where are they coming from?
Imagine 2 hills that are about to end, and they're just running around the other side of the hill, so they're probably about 30, 40 feet away.
Oh, they're not that far.
And they're coming from the other side, the front?
Yeah, like kind of, there were some rocks to your right where the first two wargs were hiding, and then there was a hill, and they're kind of running around the front edge of the hill, over the hill.
Are they going to get to us? Are they getting an attack round right now?
They are not getting an attack round because they are not close enough.
Okay, so I think we circle the wagons. Like, we fighters stay on the outside, and we have the kids inside. That would be my tactics here. I think we can take 3, but we don't want any of the kids to get hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes, so then we at the same time, we also want to kill this one that's paralyzed because we're shitty people, but...
Oh, wait, that warg was supposed to make a save, right?
Yeah, right. DC 15 con.
It did not make it.
All right, so we all get advantage attack round on it.
I will say...
while we do this, so there's no way it's going to live. But
say what you need to say.
So next turn, there are 3 kind of clustered up together, running around the hill right at you, 40 feet from the front of the line, 40 feet from the back of your group, 30 feet from the front of your group. There is one on the ground, frozen.
Oh, I bet Chuck can kill one before it gets to us with his bow.
I was thinking about putting all the ranged people up on the cart.
I think I'm next.
Yeah, okay, so you try and kill the one on the ground.
Stand your ground, children behind us.
Yeah,
defeat this one and then stand our ground against the other 3. And as I'm saying that, I will raise my short sword into the air and stab the one that's petrified.
He'll have advantage since it's on the ground and can't move.
Yes, you'll have advantage. And I know when something is unconscious, it's an automatic critical, but I don't think paralyzed is.
Whoa. That would be something that you need to look up. Because if I have a chance to do another 9 damage, I want to do it, know?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Do you think you're conscious if you're paralyzed? Or petrified?
I think you would still be conscious if you're paralyzed.
Okay, here we go. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So go ahead and roll an attack roll with advantage on the down dog.
Okay. 3, that's not going to do it. 10 plus 7, so 17.
That's going to do it.
Sweet.
And it is an automatic critical.
Okay.
So why don't you...
So I just need to hit it, right?
You know what, though? It's critical. Roll for that crit sandwich. Give me 2d20.
Oh, yeah. See how bad I can destroy it. No.
Nope. All right.
Did not get it.
Not a sandwich. All right. So, yeah, go and roll that critical damage. Roll more than a 2 and a 1.
A 3 and a 1. Does that work for you?
Technically, yes.
So that would be 10 damage. 10 total.
So you would kind of slid forward with your sword and stabbed its hindquarters, and it fell over. And you stab it, but it's paralyzed, so you're not quite sure if it's dead or not.
Might be dead, might not be. I keep stabbing it in the butt. So.
Yeah, you're like, you stabbed it, but you're like, I don't know if that was the right place to stab it. I probably should have slit its throat. I probably should have...
V, it's dead. Get in formation. We read about this formation in a book. Get in line.
All right, so that's it for you. It's my turn. I forget, are you going to do anything ranged?
I have ranged spells.
You have ranged spells? Okay. I have one thing I can do ranged. Actually, 2.
I don't know about your web thing. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I also have Ring of the Ram that I could use on it.
From this range? It's a range thing?
Yeah. But we also don't want this thing to pop up in the middle of our kids when we're fighting, so I guess I'll just try and kill it. I'm going to go ahead and I guess try and attack the one on the ground. So... with Flame Tongue, 18 plus 6, and it's a crit.
Yeah. If you hit.
I'll see if I need to bust out my fist.
See if it's a crit sandwich. Don't forget that.
7 and 9. Nope. Okay, so this will do 13 slashing and, 6 and 2, 8 more fire damage.
So you see V's stabbing of the animal, and you're like, that ain't enough. And you slash it with your flame blade.
I've seen V fight before, and I know.
Yeah. I know a lot about animals, and this is how you kill them. Right up the ass. You got to get right up in there.
Yeah, you kind of juke and roll and flail, and you flip around stabbing this thing, and the flame blade explodes with fire, consuming most of the warg. And if it's not dead, it's a zombie. like, at this point.
Okay, so I feel pretty confident. And then I'll
very confident. It's at this point, actually, the paralyzed spell, I imagine, would kind of stop, and its legs and things would go limp.
Okay. And then I'll position myself in between the 3 wargs coming and the children.
Okay.
And it is the bard's turn.
That big rock that they ran around, can I use my telekinesis ring and pick up the rock and throw it at them?
How much weight can that hold?
1,000 pounds.
Yes.
1,000?
So you can pick up definitely one of the mid-size, smaller to mid-size boulders. That would be about the size of a...
We've hit on every turn. Don't fuck it up.
How much would it be? About the size of maybe a beanbag chair or something? Maybe slightly smaller than a beanbag chair.
Let me reading about how you turn this into. It doesn't really say much for damage or how I would roll attack, or if they get us have a DC or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really say. That'll probably be up to the DM.
Yeah.
It just says if the object isn't being worn, you can automatically move it up to 30 feet in any direction.
So the wolves being on your left, being probably, for you, if you're in the middle of the group, about 35 feet away, and the rock being behind you means that rock is actually farther than 30 feet.
Ooh, so one more. Okay. I shall use Bardic Inspiration and give it to V for my bonus action. Then for my action, I will cast Bane on the 3 creatures heading toward us. They need to Charisma save, and each roll they have is going to be a minus D4 on a failed. Every attack or save.
What number do they have to beat?
Need to beat a 14.
So they rolled a 9, a 6, and a 13. They all failed.
Right, so any attack roll or saving throw they have is going to be a minus a D4. That's my turn.
Very nice.
All right, here they come.
So actually,
Prim and
so Prim does another firebolt towards one of the wargs, and she misses. It just flies right by him, lights up some of the grass.
Nice shot, Prim. You'll get him next time.
Aston positions himself, kind of holding his his sword out. A lot of the other kids just start. They're not listening to you guys terribly well, and they just start booking it. Just kind of running the opposite direction of the wargs, which is probably for the best, because the first warg is going to run and pounce on Aston, and it hits him.
-4?
Can you tell me
the attack? Roll a D4 minus D4.
Do I roll the D4?
Go ahead and roll it, Robbie. It's your skill.
That's a 2.
So it was a 22, so now it's a 20.
It doesn't hit him. He's got really good armor.
It's gonna hit him. No matter.
It's Bane, right?
Mm-hmm. But he also has cutting words if he wants to.
And it just the first one just pounces on Aston and has its mouth around his neck and he has actually, let me roll a strength saving throw for him. See if he got knocked prone. And he actually is still standing, trying to swing and stab his sword at this thing as it has its mouth basically wrapped around his face and neck, because it's huge. The other one is going to attack Friar Ruck. It's a 17. What's your AC?
17.
Okay, so minus 1d4, so it's not going to hit. And then
boom! Nice Bane. I like it.
The third one is going to... So Yort is trying to kind of put himself in between the children and the warg. And that is going to be a 23.
Yeah.
So minus 1d4.
I don't think it's going to matter.
A 4.
It's, yeah.
So he's
not wearing any armor. So it's not
yeah,
gonna matter.
It won't matter. Yeah.
This thing pounces on Yort, knocks him to the ground, and has his teeth sunk into his chest as he screams and flails on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Shitty.
All right, next turn.
Chuck.
I see the one attacking Aston, and I will go, no! And bring my short sword down on the back of its neck area to try and get him off of him. 18.
Hits.
11.
Yeah, you crash down with your blade into its neck, and you think it's probably, it kind of snaps back and seems to be releasing him.
Perfect. That's my turn.
I'm next. I just want to know, how did you get +7?
D6 plus 1.
No.
Oh, for my attack.
Yeah.
Because it's a short sword.
It's a magical
It's a dex
thing.
weapon?
Was it
Oh, it's a plus one?
Yeah, it's a plus
Just
1.
making sure.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, there's nothing to be sorry for. I just don't want to get called out by jackasses.
Hey, we will screw up the rules. So
Yeah, we will. It's in the disclaimer.
No, you're good. It wasn't possible without a +1 weapon.
Listen,
That's
I'm
all.
checking all my shit.
No,
here,
man.
okay?
I just want to make sure.
I'm not using
the trolls aren't
unlimited
being
spell
dicks.
slots and.
Well, gotta watch out for that from some people. All right, so one attacked me. Would I have to take an attack of opportunity to try and get the one off of Yort? I don't know the distances here.
You guys are fairly close to each other. He's probably...
We're in close quarters. So.
Yeah, it's all close quarter. You guys are all kind of in the same spot there, so you're less than 5 feet away.
Okay, so I'm going to flurry of blows then with the one on Yort. So I'm attacking once with my flame tongue and twice with my fist. So flame tongue first, 11. And then fist, 19 and 19.
An 11 is not going to cut it.
Okay. So 2 punches land. Shadows here. So 5 with a punch and 6 with a punch. 11 damage.
Yeah, you start punching, you swing at the sword and just barely miss, and then you kind of flail and flop with your drunken monk techniques.
Probably a kick in there.
Yeah, probably a kick in there. A kick and a chop.
Yeah.
And you hear it yelp a bit as you're beating on it.
And Robbie.
Are these things looking beat up?
I hit the one once, and Matt hit the other one, so I would say no.
They are both looking, hurt a bit, but 2 of them been beat a bit, and then 1 is totally fine.
There's a child with a warg's mouth wrapped around its face.
You should probably go for that one.
Yeah. Make a good choice here.
I don't do damage, though. That's the issue here. I'm going to cast Charm Person on the warg on...
Charm what?
Charm Person.
One more time?
Say that again. Charm.
I'm not going to cast that spell.
Hey,
we will screw up the rules.
Wargs are people too.
No, they're not.
They are.
Are they humanoids or not?
Absolutely not.
They're monstrosities. We covered. That was the first question I asked. First question I asked. Oh, God. Aston's looking like a good teammate right now.
Well, he used to be.
If only Reid.
I will cast my Dissonant Whispers on the one on Aston. Wisdom save. Beat a 14.
6.
6. He flees and takes 3d6.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah. It's a great spell.
That's what we're doing.
12 damage. And he flees.
What is dissonant? Describe what happens when you do dissonant whispers. What's that look like, or how's that sound?
Run or death.
I'm just going to talk about how you're so weak. You have to pick on a child. You deserve worse. I don't know. I'm not good at talking crap.
I was gonna say it's a dog whistle, and it panics.
Yeah,
and
these
it
are
takes
like
off.
big dogs.
Okay, I pull out a little thing of water spray, and I spray water on them.
All right.
Little water mister. Somehow he takes 12 damage from it and runs in terror.
Yeah. So it just runs off, and kind of hobbling and stuff because it did have a sword in its neck. A little, wobbly.
Can I get an attack of opportunity when it runs away?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I'm killing it with the short sword. I should just switch my class.
Maybe.
18 plus 7. So yeah. All right, I rolled another 6.
Yay.
7, so 11 damage.
So it starts running away and kind of flopping and whining, and then you crack it
in the butt, because that's the kill spot for these things. So
you
I
crack
would know.
it in its kill spot because you're a master slayer.
Weakness.
You know everything about them.
You've got to get them right in the ass, boys.
And you kill it.
Yes.
Right in the butthole.
A thing falls limp after you've destroyed its spine through its rectum.
That's awful.
That is one of the worst things I've ever said as a DM. Okay, next up.
So that was right. So kids and then wargs.
So Aston actually stumbles back and he's holding on to his neck. And Plim Willie misses with her firebolt. She rolled a 11.
Dang.
Wargs. There are 2 wargs. The one that was on Yort turns and attacks Friar Ruck.
Oh
shit!
He's
right there.
Is Yort dead?
Yort definitely does not seem very conscious. And the warg rolls a 20 against your AC, but is it still under the effects of
Bane? Yes.
Okay, so you have to roll a 4 here.
This is true.
Bane is good for 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 2. I'm going to cutting words that. I'm not going to let him hit my boss. So I pull out my little water sprayer again. I'm like, bad boy, bad dog, bad dog.
Wait, how you?
So cutting words is a lore bard spell. It's a reaction. It's a negative. It uses bardic inspiration, and you can give a attack roll a negative of whatever you're doing.
Okay, so in addition to the Bane,
Yes.
he's doubling down. Okay,
Yeah, so
so
they're-
you rolled a 3 on the cutting words, so it goes even further lower. And
So it turns into 16, his attack.
So he starts to lunge towards Friar Ruck, and then he turns and looks at you, and is just like distracted for a moment, and doesn't take his chance.
Nicely done, sir. Yeah, lore bards are considered some of the best healers because they can prevent damage. And heal.
Yeah.
That was
Super good.
That was like 2d6 worth of damage you just missed there.
Oof.
Let's see. V is also in this scramble. And so the one jumps and lunges towards you right after you killed its brother or sister. I don't know. I didn't look between their legs. And rolls a 24.
That's gonna hit.
That seems strong.
Yeah.
They call me the Ass Destroyer. Come.
Do they?
Face your doom.
After this one fight.
And this thing launches at you and bites you and sinks into your shoulder, doing 11 damage.
Hey.
And you're up.
So it bit my shoulder. So I would say like kind of going with like the motion, like when it bites my shoulder, I'll swing my sword around and try and stab it in the neck.
All right.
19
hits.
Chuck's rolling hot.
He is. He didn't need that inspiration.
5 plus. Can inspiration be used for damage?
No.
It can't. Okay, so I figured I'd ask while we're talking about it. So 10 damage.
Yeah, so you get a good chunk out of that thing as you're stabbing it, as it's also biting you.
That's
flailing around, steel, fangs, fur, blood. It feels like you're 18 again.
It's I'm enjoying it, but like because this is what I used to do.
Yeah.
So, but with a bow, of course. I know.
Yeah. Learning some new skills.
Yeah, I'm like,
in your old
I never knew I could do this.
All right, next up.
It's me. I will attack the one that attacked me. 25 with flame tongue, and then a punch as well will be a 21.
Hit.
Yeah. So 8 slashing damage, 10 fire damage, and 5 blunt from a punch. No, a kick.
Describe your kill, sir.
Oh, yeah. So, Fling Tongue, I kind of like sidestep as it comes at me, because this is the one that attacked me. I kind of sidestep and like brandish out of my right hand my sword, which slashes across in its face as it's coming at me. It kind of like lights up a flame. I continue moving in a circle and a roundhouse kick it away from me.
In the ass.
That's how you kill him.
In the butt.
Go for the butts.
Yeah, like
go for the butts.
my foot gets a little bit stuck in the butt.
Next up.
Yes. We know how to defeat them.
Barty. Reid Harpman.
So there's just one left. And this was the one I don't think we've touched yet.
I think Chuck just hit it.
Chuck just hit it.
This is the one that like bit me.
It's got like 10 damage on it.
Keep in mind, we got to go fight a cave of basilisks.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to use any more stuff on it anymore. I'm just going to do some vicious mockery on it.
Mock it.
Mock 'em.
Water spray.
So this is not a very wise beast, but it rolled an 18.
I'm not good Reid is not very well at talking smack, and his vicious mockery just kind of like sounds like you're a dog and you're wet and you smell. That's all he had.
The warg says warg, 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 warg.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
And doesn't care.
Yeah.
Plim Willie, most of the kids have, run pretty far back at this point. Plim Willie is kind of in between, and she launches a firebolt and misses because she's pretty far away. Aston is kind of scrambling and holding on to his wounds, looking pale and kind of freaking out and doesn't do anything. And then the last warg, who did it attack last?
It's me.
Lunges again at V. And only rolls an 8.
Yes. That's a miss.
Get it, V.
If anybody wanted to know. I'll go for it again with the short sword. Yeah.
Good rolls.
17 plus 7.
This guy can't miss.
Work.
I know.
It's the short sword.
That dice is hot.
And a 5. I rolled a 5, so 10, 5 plus 1 plus 4, 10 damage.
That die.
Yeah, you continue stabbing it while you're kind of just, all squeezed together, and it's, trying to go for another bite, but misses you as you tussle, and you stab it again, and it yelps, and it's still alive, but you've hit it pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up. I'm going to yell to the kids, and you be the judge if you want to count this as a bonus action or not. Something along the lines of, close ranks, everyone. It's fine. Have faith in your protectors. And I don't want them too far away.
Make a charisma check.
Persuasion?
Yeah, sure.
I forgot some of them were running away. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're frightened.
12.
Some of them kind of look back and see it, and they're slowing down a bit.
Okay. We'll see what happens. And then I will attack the remainder. Not great on the sword. 9er.
Can we back up 1 second? Since Matt is a teacher, can he have advantage?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
I rolled a 9 and a 10 total, so on my punch and sword.
Miss and a miss.
Yep. Apparently I was too focused on...
The river dance.
River dance.
Yeah.
Reid Harpman's up.
I'm on vicious mockery of that guy again.
Yeah.
I hear Ruckus's words of telling the kids to come back, and I want to attempt the same thing. But Reid knows he can make it sound a little better instead of sounding like a drunk person. So he's gonna try to get the kids to come back, saying, "Kids, come back. This is kids. Kids, come back. This is Reid talking. You love me. I'm your favorite teacher. Come back to me."
Said like a true
come back
wordsmith.
To me.
All right. Any other actions?
Vicious mockery on the one that's alive. Wisdom save, beat a 14.
It rolled a 17.
Whew.
Oh man, not good words.
It's gonna get another chance to bite me, you guys.
Mm-hmm. He will.
Probably.
Plim is
Come on, Plim.
She just feels like she's in a state of indecision. Like the thing is right on top of the warg is right on top of V, so she doesn't necessarily want to take a shot at it. She kind of standing there holding her wand, real shaky, just kind of spinning around in a circle, seeing if there's anything else to strike out at, and she does not see an opportunity and does not move. Aston still holding on to his wound, and then the warg is going to attack V again. And it rolled a 20.
Darn.
But what's your AC? Because we could
it's 18.
a D4.
18.
Come on, baby, Bane.
You rolled a 3.
Hey.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, so it goes, but it just doesn't have the strength to.
All right, hot dice.
This is it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hot dice. Hot dice.
Hot dice Ventus.
Oh, 11 plus 7. So
Hits.
18. Yes.
This guy can't miss.
I know.
A 5, so 10 damage.
Every time.
So,
I kill it?
Describe your kill.
I do a flourish and a twist, spin around the
He was so ready for this.
and I stab it in the ass.
Who's seen that coming?
It's the only way to defeat them.
The Achilles heel of the
I hope we don't see any more.
There's that really
words.
nice soft butthole area.
Yes.
So the battle ends, things calm down for just a moment,
and you guys look at the field in between these two hills, the melee, the blood, the carnage, and you look down at Yort, and you look down at Aston, and you rush to his side, and you grab his cold little hand as his eyes blink and slowly fade.
No. Aston.
Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. I'm truly honored you'd spend time with us. We are Crit Sandwich on Facebook, at Crit Sandwich on Twitter. If you like our podcast, please give us a review on Apple Podcasts to help others find us. If you have any feedback or would like to contribute to our random game roll chart, hit us up on social media or email us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks.